I have always been drawn to building relationships in people. I
Mhm.
think there's a very, very close tie to what I felt like I did in the classroom with students to what I'm doing now, which is just getting to know our members and find out where they are and what their
Mhm.
future goals are.
Hey, this is Shay.
And this is Carrie,
Welcome to the Pocket Change Podcast.
where you'll learn better ways to spend, save, and invest and take control of your financial journey.
So, Carrie, what's your bank account balance right now?
Excuse me?
You don't want to tell me what's in
Well,
your
no,
account?
that's kind of personal, especially to the world. I'm not going to tell that.
Oh, yeah, well,
There's
tell them about your $1 million.
in there.
Well, yeah. I think a lot of people don't like talking about finances. It's kind of a touchy subject, but hopefully with the podcast, we're able to do that. And our guest is really good about building relationships with people, having those conversations, and kind of uncovering what people's needs are.
That's right. I think he takes an investment into your banking and what's important to you and makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah, so we're excited to talk to him and how he meets our members right where they are.
Mm-hmm. We're excited to welcome our guest, Bruce Greenway, one of our financial champions here at Leaders. Welcome to Pocket Change, Bruce.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. So can you tell us a little bit about your journey and how you got to Leaders?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to be here and just glad that I'm, part of the podcast, even though I know people that came before me, I feel like are giants. Graduated from Union and was looking to go overseas and do missions. That really was my wife and my intent was to go overseas, do mission work. And the more we just fell in love with Jackson and just the people here, the more we realized we kind of wanted to plant some deep roots here. And that led to, okay, what am I going to do for a job then if it's not that? And so I ended up exploring some options, and teaching became one that I really got interested in, and started looking into different options and ended up as a middle school math teacher at Community Montessori and was there for many years, enjoying my time there and investing in the students there. And then that led to a point where I was kind of ready to move on to the next challenge in my life, and a door flew wide open to jump into banking. Did mortgages for a bit with another bank, and then was ready to come local because that bank was not in town, and wanted to be a part of some local bank. And Leaders obviously was on my mind because of the connection with education and the connection with just community outreach. And so, yeah, I was happy when Leaders opened its door to me.
So the first time you and I actually met was in the classroom at Community Montessori. So tell us a little bit about, your teaching and what did you enjoy most about that?
Yeah, that was some fun times back then.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
too.
so that was happy times in my life of just getting to be a part of students' lives and really just investing in their lives. And Leaders came with an opportunity to have a grant that you guys still do today. And my co-teacher, Callie Dollar, found it on the website and approached me about doing that with our middle school, looking at doing the grant and getting some money so that we could take our kids to the Space and Rocket Center. And I was more than happy to do that. In fact, we were, I would say, dedicated more of our extra time at school trying to get that to happen. And that was such a meaningful thing for our students. I think that was probably, I'd say, a lifetime event for some of them.
Yeah.
They'd never been on a trip before. To be able to win the grant and get to take them on that trip was just, a happy time for them and for me.
Yeah, middle school, is a formative time for students. So they're going through a lot and forming relationships. So having somebody, to pour into them like that, I think is, what every family student wants, to have a valuable teacher in their lives like that. So.
Yeah, and we, I think we wrote, there may be a video out there with me singing with all the kids, Fly Me to the Moon, I think was the name of the song. And that was kind of our pitch for our video that ended up winning the grant for us. And I'll never forget when we announced that we had won, how happy some of their faces lit up, and they were excited because they had been a part of that journey, that process of trying to, win the votes and the views on the video and getting to have the opportunity to go. So was good.
We might have
That's
to post that video link in the show notes of this episode. Bring it back.
Please don't watch
Let's
that.
do it.
Or give us a little taste of it right now. You can
No,
just
no,
sing.
that's okay. My voice.
So what drew you to teaching in the classroom?
So I have always been drawn to building relationships in people's lives that are around me, and I felt like when I chose teaching as an occupation, I felt like that would be one avenue that I would really get to invest in those kids' lives and get to know them on a personal level, and just in helping them reach goals for themselves and what they would need for the next step in their journey. So the draw to teaching was definitely that relationship aspect and building that, with the kids there.
That's great. And now you get to do that with the credit union. You get to have those relationships with our members.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a very, very close tie to what I felt like I did in the classroom with students to what I'm doing now, which is just getting to know our members and, powering their passion, as we like to say, to be able to, find out where they are and what their future goals are. And as I get to know them and build that relationship with them, I can better serve them.
That's wonderful.
So what would you say is your favorite part of your job here at Leaders?
Definitely the meeting new people and just kind of finding out about them and trying to make connections with them and my own experiences is definitely a huge aspect to what I enjoy about working at the credit union. And then I say alongside of that, I like our HELOC product that we have, and part of that's just having the background in mortgages. So I find it natural to talk about a HELOC and to kind of go through what that looks like for them. And HELOC is a connection to one of your biggest assets you probably have if you're a homeowner, so that you can do some things that might be needed in your life at that point. And so it's a great way, I think, to pull out that equity that you might have in your house and do a home renovation or address some needs that you have in your life that could help save you some money in the long run. That's probably my favorite product that we offer.
Okay.
So you mentioned our HELOC program, but why do you think that it's important for our members to be able to have one?
Yeah, I believe we have members that are in need sometimes of a product that's going to meet them where they are, that's going to provide an avenue for them to, pull in some equity if they don't want to drain their savings, or maybe they don't even have a savings setup that has enough money in it. Then we've got a way for them to pay off some debt or to save interest in the long run by using our HELOC product that we have right now that provides a pretty low, starting rate, and we can give them that opportunity to save in the long run by setting up something that's valuable for them.
Okay, that's great.
So other issues that may arise that you see when you're building relationships with members, you talked about maybe there's not the savings there built up. What other things do you see, and what do you try to offer when you see those opportunities, I'll say?
Right. I do think that there are times that our members come to us in a needs-based moment. Maybe something has happened in their life, a medical issue, or just something that was unexpected.
Yeah.
And those are great opportunities for us as a credit union to really interact in someone's life and try to help build them up, help support them as they go through a time like that. So again, the HELOC's a great option if that's an option for them. We do have some great debt consolidation programs that we offer through the credit union, and those are opportunities again to just help meet them where they are and give them kind of what they need. But yeah, our product, I feel like, sells itself, in a sense, because the credit union has both low rates for loans and it has great payouts for savings accounts and CDs that we have. So just finding where that dot needs to be connected, for our members is what I enjoy doing. So
Do you have any top tips for someone who's looking to build margin or start an emergency fund?
Yeah, I think just starting somewhere with what you have.
Just got to start, right?
Right.
I think when I'm going about my day-to-day life here at the credit union, anytime someone comes into my office and no matter what they're asking about, I always like to pull up their account and see, do they have a forward plus high yield savings? Because it's almost a no-brainer to me to want to have that savings open. It doesn't require a minimum deposit, and it pays a really great rate. If you ever have extra money, just throwing it into that savings account is a good way to start somewhere and start building up that savings account for you for a rainy day or for a need that may arise in the future. And so that's definitely on my mind a top priority. Top of mind I have when I approach members in my office. So
yeah, it's a great tip.
So what other solutions are there that help to benefit our members?
We have a great mobile app, and I often have members in my office that don't always know how to use it to the best of its ability. And so getting to have them pull up that app in my office and show them that it provides the convenience of moving your money from either your savings into your checking or vice versa, or from one checking to another checking. And it's just very easy and convenient to not only move that money to the account you need it to be in, but also to just keep tabs on your accounts and to pull up those transaction histories and see where your money is, and then to make sure security wise, there's nothing going out of your account that you would not want it to be going out, and to catch that, fraud if there is any early on. So,
hopefully access makes it easy to keep track of transactions and balances, because it is right there in the palm of our hand, so we can use it to really help us.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So we always like to ask, since this is a financial podcast, what is the best piece of financial advice you've ever been given?
Yeah. Early on, I forgot how young I was, but I did have a friend as I was early in my marriage, and I was just a young guy just trying to get started in life, talk about budgeting with me and just writing out everything, incoming and outcoming. Put a place to everything.
That's right.
Don't allow any amount of money to just be unaccounted for, because that money is usually the money, we may tend to waste. And so having a budget that kind of is a line item to what's coming in each month and what's going out each month is a good way to become more financially savvy with what you have. So
zero-based budgeting.
That's right.
Even if it's in a miscellaneous category, put it somewhere.
That's right.
So
That's
that's
right.
great. All right. So last question. It's the Pocket Change podcast. So if you had any extra pocket change, what would you spend it on?
That's pretty easy for me because I don't usually spend a lot of money on myself. So I would definitely funnel it towards my wife. I know there's things that she would probably want to have and that I could, find to spend on her. And if there's extra money, I'd probably give it to my kids too. But definitely primarily my wife. She owns her own business and, is a florist. And so she has a lot of time where she's just wrapped up, especially this time of year with Valentine's just happening.
Yeah.
And so, she stays busy. So I would want to give
So you
her
have to
something
get
of that.
really creative because you can't give her flowers.
Flowers are not an option
Not
for a
allowed.
florist, in case you didn't know. So flowers cannot be given. So actually a good tradition we have in our house, because this is what she likes, and I love this about her, is she wants chicken wings every Valentine's Day. That's like one of the non-negotiables to
That I can get behind.
So
So
right
where
there.
so
There you
where
go.
did you get them this year?
So we did go back and forth between trying something new versus going back to what we had the previous year that we knew we enjoyed, and we opted to stick with what we know and went to Buffalo Wild Wings and got the chicken wings that she's had year after year, and so she was happy.
Can't beat it.
There you go.
Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast today,
absolutely.
Bruce. We've enjoyed this conversation with you.
Yeah, I have to. Thank y'all for having
Yes.
me.
Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in to the Pocket Change podcast.
Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe, and check out our full episodes on YouTube,
The Pocket Change podcast was brought to you by Leaders Credit Union.
where we power your passion and make lives better.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching! I have $6.27.
Oh my.
This is good. This is good.
Okay.
Nailed it. You need to put that at the end of every podcast. Nailed it. Leaders is federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Learn more at leaderscu.com.